Hey there, I'm Joe Carter. If you've ever popped the hood and thought, where do I even start? You're in good company. Around here, we take the mystery out of car repair, one fix at a time. Whether you're a beginner or just looking to sharpen your skills, there's something here for you. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you're into learning without the headaches. All right, that's enough from me. Let's get into it.
In the design of modern variator gearboxes, the transmission fluid plays no less important role than in torque converter automatic transmissions. Therefore, changing the oil in the variator by all technicians is considered a mandatory procedure. Let's consider when to change the fluid in CVT boxes, what oil to pour and how to reset the aging meter. These are the questions that most often interest owners of cars with variators manufactured by Nissan, Renault, Mitsubishi, Subaru, Toyota. How to check the condition. Drip test. Drop a small amount of oil from the dipstick onto a clean white cloth. Turbidity indicates a large amount of suspension of friction pack wear products, which negatively affects the oil channels and the operation of the solenoids. The smell of burning indicates repeated overheating of the working fluid, which occurs due to a malfunction of the variator cooling system or pressure drop in the lubrication system. Friction discs begin to slip when the pressure drops, thus overheating the oil. Depending on the year and model of the transmission, the variator may be filled with blue, green or red-colored fluid. It is advisable to have a sample of new oil for a clear comparison when dripping. Transmission fluid aging meter. In the work of the electronic control unit of many, mostly modern, variators, there is a mathematical algorithm for calculating the remaining life of the working fluid. The calculation takes into account the total operating time of the variator, all temperature and mode loads. We are talking about the well-known to many owners of Toyota, Nissan, alarm, which counts down the replacement period of the CVT fluid. For example, Toyota recommends changing the oil in the variator when it reaches 210,000 units on the aging meter. Why you should not trust indirect signs. The methods described above are the only ways to check the condition of the oil. The color, smell, consistency, and even more so the aging meter, do not allow checking the real physical properties of the transmission fluid in the variator. Therefore, we recommend to follow the following rules. Change the oil in the variator after buying a used car. Repair of variator gearboxes is too expensive to rely on the words of the former owner and even receipts on payment for orders. For fluid replacement at service stations. It is not uncommon for masters to neglect removal of the oil pan, replacement of filter elements. Adhere to the recommended replacement intervals. It is possible that you will have to go against the car manufacturer. Many service manuals state that the oil in the CVT box is filled for the entire life of the vehicle and does not require replacement. Driving in rough terrain. Slippage of the drive wheels is the most exhausting mode of operation for CVTs, driving on dusty roads, in mountainous terrain. Transmission fluid and filters for variator transmissions. We recommend using only original factory branded fluid for CVTs. Third-party oil may be used only if the product meets the tolerances of the original fluid. The physical characteristics of transmission fluids have changed in accordance with the evolution of variator technology. For example, Nissan vehicles may use NS1, NS2, or NS3 fluid depending on the variator model. Before changing, refer to the repair and operating manual for complete information on the filling volume and type of oil. Variator transmissions are often designed with a paper filter element, fine cleaning, and a metal mesh, coarse cleaning, oil inlet. The fine filter should be changed along with the oil change. If possible, the mesh is only washed and should be replaced only in cases where it is tightly clogged with glue of friction linings. Caulked by deposits of overheated working fluid. Procedure of independent replacement. To change the oil in the variator, unscrew the drain plug and drain the old oil. Unscrew the variator oil pan to remove wear products from the bottom. Replace the oil filter, flush and, if necessary, replace the coarse filter. After pre-cleaning the flats, install a new gasket and screw on the oil pan. Screw in the drain plug. In conclusion, performing a correct oil change in the Variator is essential for maintaining optimal performance and extending the lifespan of your vehicle. By following the steps outlined in this video, you can ensure that your Variator operates smoothly and efficiently. Remember to use the appropriate oil type, adhere to the recommended intervals, and always dispose of used oil responsibly. With proper care, your Variator will continue to deliver the performance you expect. Thank you for watching, and be sure to subscribe for more helpful tips and guides.